here to Dan, and then we'll come to Idris.
Thank you, General. These attacks in Syria and Iraq, the Pentagon commonly or often ascribes the blame on those to Iranian-backed militias or some similar description. Do you have the sense that's the case here?
So we're continuing to assess the nature of these attacks, and that's something that we'll continue to look very closely at. As you've mentioned, in the past we have seen Iranian-backed militia conduct these types of things, but as of right now, I don't have any specifics to provide.
More broadly related on Iran, do you have any update on whether or not you see Iran directly tied to the Hamas attack of October 7th?
No. At this point, again, the information that we have does not show a direct connection to the Hamas attacks on October 7th. As it relates to Iran, again, that's something that we'll continue to look closely at. All that to say, we do know, as you've heard others say, that Iran has a significant relationship with Hamas in terms of funding, training, and support. And so, again, in that regard, they certainly bear some responsibility. But again, no direct linkage to these attacks, and we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Let me go to Idris.
Just a clarification about the USS Carney. You said can't say for certain where or what the missiles were targeting. Can you say that do you believe that they were targeting the Carney, or do you believe they were not targeting the Carney at this point?
Again, what I provided at the top right now is what we know. Again, we'll continue to assess this.
Can you talk about what naval assets you have in total in the Eastern Med and Red Sea? I think there was the USS Mount Whitney yesterday that went there. How many ships do you have in total in the region right now?
Sure. So I'm not going to provide a laydown of all of our forces in the region, Idris, other than to say, as you know, that the USS Gerald Ford Strike Group does remain underway in the Eastern Mediterranean. The USS Mesa Verde is in the Mediterranean as well. We've got, as I mentioned at the top, the Eisenhower transiting the Atlantic Ocean right now en route to the Eastern Mediterranean. The Carter Hall and the Baton currently remain underway in the Gulf of Aden. I know there's been some questions about that, and I'm just going to leave it at that for right now. Yes, sir.